Hello, it is me making an update finally. Today is day 32 of this 12-week training program. For those of you who are just tuning in now, it's the Chris Gethin's hardcore 12-week training schedule to build muscle, get lean, and lose fat. So today, like I said, is day 32. It was a leg day. Leg days are actually usually my favorite, contrary to most people say or feel about it. And I actually enjoy it. So how has the last 5 weeks been going? So this is my 5th week. I am almost done. I have 2 more workouts to get in by the end of the week. I've been sticking to the workout plan. I did shuffle a few days this week, mostly because it just worked out better with certain work days. So I just switched when my rest day was. No big deal. It still was fine. I'm still getting in the workouts. But yeah, this week has been an interesting week. Mentally, especially emotionally, I've been kind of going through a roller coaster of emotions, and a little bit of anxiety has kind of overcame, I had to overcome a little bit of anxiety in the last few days. A little bit has to do with just my own personal stresses that I've been dealing with, apart from like my fitness and health, but some of it, and I guess I feel like maybe a lot of it also has to do with this program and my progress. So I don't know when it started, but I've been weighing myself every single day, in the morning, right when I wake up, after I go to the washroom and empty out my bladder, and I weigh myself just so I can get a good idea of where I'm at each day. And I know doing weight training and resistance training, the numbers on the scale should not really matter so much or be an indicator of how well you're doing the program. Because as you guys know, and I know I've said this in my prior videos, fat weighs less than muscle, so lean weight weighs more than fat. So obviously, if I'm getting more lean and I'm gaining more muscle, I should be gaining weight, but at the same time, I shouldn't be gaining too much weight because I'm also losing fat weight. So it should almost balance out. But in the last few days, I've noticed that each morning I'm gaining close to a pound, so like 0.6, 0.7 of a pound. Now, that's not a big deal. Honestly, it didn't worry me so much at the time. The other thing that's been kind of weighing down on me literally is that I haven't been regular. And when I say regular, I'm talking about number 2. So I already have this issue. I don't go like a regular normal person usually goes at least once a day. My regular is actually like more like every other day. If it's 2 days in a row, it's actually pretty like shocking. But my regular, I would say, is every other day when I'm doing well with that. However, lately I've been noticing, and I do keep track using another app. They have apps for everything now, but I have been going maybe 2 or 3 times a week, and it's shocking me because I've been eating healthy, eating well. I do feel like I'm getting at least 20 grams of fiber in my diet, and I've been exercising on top of that. So everything I'm doing should be allowing me to empty out and get rid of the waste in my body. And I don't know why everything just wants to stay in, and then in turn it kind of makes me feel like after a few days of not going, I start to feel heavy, I start to feel bloated, and it's probably even why I'm not losing weight, or I'm gaining an extra half a pound or whatever, because it weighs something. So I've been uneasy about that. So I think the next time I do my groceries, I am planning to get some prune juice, and just anything that'll like increase my fiber. I guess I need more than 20 grams of fiber. So I'm going to try to get more foods that contain or that are high in fiber, and I'm going to continue to drink a lot of water. So I've been keeping track of that as well. I've been drinking, for the most part, almost, if not more than 3 of these water bottles so each day. So I feel like that's suffice. It should be suffice. Sometimes I feel like I fill myself with so much water I can't even drink anymore. So I don't think dehydration is the issue for me. I just think it's maybe I just don't have enough fiber in my diet. I don't know. So I'll update you that maybe in a week or 2 and see how that goes. So yeah, in terms of my workouts, I've still been pushing. I did slack off yesterday. Yesterday was my rest day, so it was just a cardio day. I did fast walking on the treadmill for 30 minutes, and I didn't feel so great yesterday. I was just so many temptations at work, food-wise. My coworker brought a whole basket of Easter candy and treats, and then it was my other coworker's birthday, so someone brought in chips and dip. I did pretty good. I didn't have one chip. I did have some dip with my Melba toast that I brought for my snack, but I did have some chocolate. I love M&M peanuts. Like, how could I not? So I figured I just need to like get it over with, eat some. I only had a handful, like maybe 10 or 15 little tiny chocolates, and then that was it. I didn't feel really that guilty because I've been eating so well in the last 5 weeks. So this is just my small like little splurge, which really wasn't that bad. So I'm over it now. I've also been looking into adapting a new sort of diet. It's called the keto diet. I'm sure some of you have heard about it. Basically, you put your body in a state of ketosis, without getting into the nitty-gritty and detailed science around it. Basically, it's a very low carb, high fat, and just normal protein diet. For 5 to 6 days of the week, I'd have that low carb diet and high fat, and then the 1 to 2 days would be high carb and low fat, so kind of the opposite. So I'm doing more research about it. I'm not sure if it's kind of the right thing for me. However, it seems kind of interesting. Like, I just would like to see what kind of results you could get from that, and if it's something that you could maintain. But I'm still doing my research. I'll let you guys know if I do end up doing it, but if I do, it won't be for another maybe couple weeks, because it is quite a drastic change from what I'm doing right now. But look it up. Basically, once your body's in that state of ketosis, instead of using carbohydrates to burn as fuel during your workouts, your body starts to use fat. And that's good because if you want to lose fat and your body's using that fat to burn it for energy during your workouts, it's kind of neat. I could see why that might be a good thing. So I'm going to do more research on it, let you guys know what I think and if I am going to do it, but that's just something new that I've kind of looked into. So I know this video is getting long. I'm gonna cut it off now, but that's my update. Hopefully I start to feel a little bit better. I start to get rid of all the waste that's been building up in my body, because I feel like that's kind of causing my abs to not be there. More like a little food baby growing inside me. But I'm still doing my weigh-ins or recording my weigh-ins and doing my weekly progress pics. So I hope you guys are doing great. This is again an update of my 12-week program, hardcore training program with Chris Gethin from bodybuilding.com. And yeah, I hope you guys are doing great. See ya!